guys? We're back at Hidden Gym. We've got Colton with us today, one of the J3U coaches. Super excited to have him in play. This is like some of the greatest things about my job is being able to get together with some of the coaches that work for the business, walk through a lot of like different types of sessions, how we're going to be using it, not only to improve his training, but to improve clients' training as well. So really excited. We're here thanks to Greg back at Hidden, and so super excited to get into some of the great equipment he's got. We've got upper on deck for you today. A little bit of a different session. We'll talk about how to program it into your clients and kind of where this could be utilized. We're going to get out on the gym floor, answer any questions you guys might have. If you have more, put them in the comments below, but let's go train. All right, a little bit of prep work for upper. Interesting part about upper is you're training multiple body parts, so prep work can be long or interesting depending on the client. Biggest thing for me is just taking scapulate through ranges you're going to see. So I really like this one that I'll use for a lot of people's back sessions, because I'll like pull an inhale at the top, expand the rib cage in that fully lengthened position, and then as I pull, exhale, supinate, get into some like lower lat fibers as best as I can. Big inhale, get into elevated pronated scap as much as I can, and then again, supinate, depress and retract. And I just really like this as like starting prep work no matter the person, right? It's gonna get scaps kind of through ranges that you're gonna see in the session, getting some elevation and depression, retraction and protraction. And really just kind of a great place to start. Now, I'll typically do, 2 rounds, 4 to 5 reps. And then any other prep work after that specific to the injury profile of the athlete. So we'll dive into a little bit of prep work and then kind of get started into the first movement from there. So we'll kind of move into, first movement for, this is supposed to be a lateral raise. He's been doing an elbow loaded one. Interesting about this piece that I like is this handle goes up and down for heights, right? So no offense, Colton, but.
Well, I probably need a box too to get alignment here.
Up higher, yeah, to get up higher. This is a interesting piece about upper, right, with programming it. Like this is often a session for people who need a lot of lower body development. So like a modified PPL where beginning part of the week might go push-pull legs and you have an off day. And then in order to keep the next string just 2 days so that you have like a 7-day rotation, you'll do upper so that you're not spending so much volume on the upper body and can have another full leg day and be able to kind of spend more volume there. So that's like a great way to kind of program it, where you'll see it a lot in the male side. And then obviously upper fits in a lot of bikini wellness programs as well. So you'll see that quite a bit.
Do you like to have any forward tilt?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, because I'm thinking like, how do I make it as easy as possible to get into scapular plane? So like if you're real high and proud and like expanded rib cage, that biases slight retraction and depression, which is gonna make it harder to get that scapular plane like activity like smoother.
Right.
You'll see a lot of people actually get some shoulder issues from that. They'll start getting like posterior rear delt like pain, supraspinatus pain.
From being too far?
Being here and then trying to do the lateral raises, because they're really just kind of doing like some sort of trap raise, right? Or supraspinatus raise. So I actually do like torso turn, slight lean forward, and then allowing that scapular plane.
Gotcha. I feel like it just allows especially like some of the bigger guys, I feel like it's just kind of awkward already. So like to have that slight lean forward helps them keep that on top.
Yeah. So I would even, yeah, perfect. That's so good.
So this is my good side, so it's easy. We'll go off the other side. The other side's the
issue?
The tail one.
Yeah. There? Anything?
Not really.
Yeah, see, that's what you're doing. Yeah, stays out of it when you stay out there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like structurally, no offense, you're short, you're wide, right? Short humerus. So you're gonna cross into a lot of scapular movement quicker than someone like me. Taller, longer arms, right? So I'm gonna have a little bit more range here where I'm not actually going into what would, for like camera's sake, be like scapula actually doing this number, right? Elevation and protraction kind of across the body.
Gotcha.
You'll see a lot of people do this in cable lateral raise, right? So for you, you're just gonna have to be a bit stricter where visually, visually it's gonna look like you're stopping this rep way further out than me, but structurally you're not, because my place where I cross is here, but it's gonna look like for you here.
Right, yeah.
You're wider than me, you're shorter than me, and you have shorter humerus lengths, right? So this is where like you can stay out of that shoulder pain. This might be why you get it recurring.
Probably.
Because you spend so much time in laterals where you're coming into a range that's scapular.
Now, are you a guy that's like a 90 or above 90?
I don't know that I get too picky.
I was just curious.
I think slightly above 90 is fine. I'm more like, where do people tend to like fall off performance-wise? Like where do you see the rep pace slow down a lot? Right. So for me, it's like, it's right at above 90. And that's where I would, if I were to make a general statement, most people are gonna live right above 90. So he's got that left shoulder injury that we're gonna work on fixing. He's going to see Dr. Mann next week, or no, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. So we'll get to injuries in a second, but one of the things that can flare it up is he's getting that injury a lot in lateral raises with that shoulder kind of going into scapular movement around the rib cage, coming too far across. So just starting the rep a little bit further out, we're gonna put this block underneath the stopper for the handle where it starts outside of that range that causes pain, so that we don't get any like pain presentation before the sets even start. That too far out?
No, that's good.
All right, now go. No pain? Yeah, see? So like using that block allows you to start that rep where there's no pain presentation ahead of the set, and so we have a little bit more peace of mind to get more out of the set. Good. Good. Stay strict on it. Yeah, good. Like we talked a lot about like structure and function and like building program designs and how to execute or set up things based on pain presentation for an athlete or kind of the structure of the athlete. So like one of the things like Colton, I think he did really good this year is like growing that ability to take a screening that we do in the coaching process, like the onboarding, like the movement analysis, the pictures to get the structural screening, and like it paid off. He won 2 pro cards this year, right? So like just kind of touch on like how that process of onboarding is so important because it allows us to start the program design in the right spot from the very beginning so that we're able to get progress a bit faster.
Right, so like building out those programs, like besides like starting off with just like the basic needs analysis on what body parts need to come up, we can kind of, with just like the selection process, and the videos were presented, be able to kind of see what movements the athlete's gonna be able to do and not be able to do, and put them from the get-go in a better spot to be making progress right off the bat. When we write a program, like it looks great on paper, but until we test that program with the athlete, we never really know how it's gonna turn out, right? So whether it's volume, exercise selection, but having that basis from when we first start someone off gives us a pretty good idea to put us pretty well spot on when we start that program and build it from the get-go.
So like that initial process is so important because this is true program design, right? It's like we're not writing the wellness program, we're writing the program for Kayla or Maya, or it's not the classic physique program, it's the program for whoever it is on the roster, right? So that screening is so big, and that's why like this in-person work is massive, because we can go through like all the potential issues you might see with different patterns. So it's good to have you here now, right? Because we can do this all the time.
Right, which is huge for me.
Yeah, just continue to grow. Make it a 4 pro card year instead of a 2.
That's the plan. Completely shortened.
Get double D titties right here. All right, for those of you wondering what you just walked into, I set the cam to 5, which is loaded towards the lengthen. So like the cam positions, right? Like 3 is fully lengthen, which I don't like to do. 5 is towards the lengthen. And then as you go further, it biases loading more towards the shorten, right? One of the advantages of prime pieces. It's the only chest pattern for today, so biasing it towards lengthen to try to get the most stimulus out of the sets we have. Again, it's upper, so you're trying to be as efficient as possible with the sets that you have. So with it being a fly, I do like it being towards the lengthen. An option if you don't have this prime pec deck would be to set up a cable where it's biased towards the lengthen, or even just like a dumbbell fly would be biased towards the lengthen as well. So all options you can use.
So I just did a video on this the other day, and some things I was talking about in there is like, I personally really try to like keep that chest and the shoulders pulled back.
You have to.
Try and keep as much front delt out of it.
Yeah.
The other thing I always like cue people a lot too is like keeping that head back, because I feel like as soon as the head starts coming forward, like the shoulder's gonna follow, right?
I don't know that I would so much be concerned about where head's at.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this here. It can be for some people like a touch point, like feeling pecs. Also, you got to think like you're already biasing everything into expansion, which for you, like shorter humeral length, shorter in structure, is always going to be better, because the more up you go, so the like each level of incline up for you is a bigger jump across your pec fibers than someone who's taller, right? So like it's probably better for you to bias even maybe slight decline, expansion, right? You get someone taller, they might not have to do it quite as much.
Okay, I mean,
right?
That makes sense, yeah.
Because bigger rib cage, taller structure, they're gonna be declined as their preset bias.
Already, gotcha.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I would think about it more. It's like, how do I find midline pec for this person, whether that's butt pulled out, lean back, or it's butt all the way there. It doesn't matter because it's specific to the structure of that person.
Gotcha. I did notice you were a butt out too.
Yeah, I tend to feel it more because I have like some anterior pec issues on this left side, which is a lot of people, they'll start to bring that front delt into it on a pec deck fly because of how it biases the arc. So you'll see that like internal rotation, shoulder elevation. I'm just putting myself in a position to keep that from happening.
Gotcha.
Is why I do it. Because if I don't think about it, I'll do it without.
Nope.
Failure rep. I didn't change it to get the logbook. I just did what I could within the portion of the rep I could perform. Unfortunately, that portion of the rep was very short because it's biased towards the lengthen. So just something to pick up. Like that's like the small habits that take people to the highest level of physique development. Something really try to stress to people that I work with, like from a clientele perspective of making sure that actually happens. This is where it matters. Come on. Yeah, good, good. Even if you fail, I'll help you with the finish. Yep, still yours. Don't roll it forward. Initiate it, at least get a partial. There you go. Oh, you got it. Partial if you got it. Go. Yep, still you. Good set. I can see wanting to, but you're fighting it. So like 8 out of 10 times for like general recommendations, I would say that I do tend to bias slight butt out, just because it does help like with trying to keep that shoulder from rolling.
Right.
Because like a lot of people get here and they'll even like do this number, right? And then they're putting themselves in this like front delt plane. So like even the taller, bigger rib cage people, like they might be all the way back, but I'm still allowing some expansion. Yeah, because like the pec stretches around the rib cage, right? So it allows for that lengthened tension.
And you're more of a here guy rather than a here guy. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. We're not stretching our AC joints.
Right.
You really don't want to just like stretch your AC joints. That was a joke for those who didn't get that.
Yeah, but the old school motto of like hug a tree, like that's what everyone they do here.
That's like front delt fly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Big chest to chin. Come on.
Nope. Yeah, I did not have that last one. Feels really good though. There's like, prime pec decks have ruined me. You did 250 last time. Because like now when I get on any other pec deck, I have the expectation of a prime pec deck.
Yeah.
And it's just not the same. The worst is like the fixed handle ones.
Oh, yeah.
Where the arc is the only arc that you can do.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh God, what's the brand? You know, I like equipment. I just forgot the name. They're the big sponsors of the Olympia, New Tech.
yeah.
Have you played with some of their stuff? I don't like a lot of their stuff, but their fly is really nice because it kind of works high to low.
Low to high?
Excuse me, low to high. Yeah, low to high.
Low to high.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And so it's really super smooth on.
Yeah. Pec decks are tough to program from like a coaching perspective because you don't always know what pec deck someone's gonna get. So like you'll see a lot of my programming has cable fly press because I can set it up specific to the individual. And then there's also some benefit to having that force vector coming lateral from like a scapular motion perspective. But yeah, it's prime pec deck's a treat. So thanks, Greg, for letting us train and film here. Come on. Yep. Great reps. Own the bottom and then go. Yeah, good. Own the bottom and then go. Yeah, great. That's how you initiate a pec. Good. Come on. Go.
One more.
Don't roll it. Same rep, I'll help you. Come on. Yeah, good. Can you add 40 pounds in a single session? 260, Luke? Those are the days.
How much GH are we talking?
Yeah, those are the days. 260, Luke, was a sight to see in the gym.
That was your photo you posted the other day? Or
Oh, that
you
shredded
the
photo?
questions. Yeah, what's that?
That's like 220.
That's a good look.
Yeah.
Was that your last show?
I actually ended up not competing. I dieted to compete, and then my wife missed her card by 1 spot. So she extended her prep, and her second show she was gonna do was 6 days before my show. And I prepped her. So I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work.
Stress a little high.
Stress a little high. So I just started a reverse from there.
Yeah.
I would have been on stage like 207 probably for that prep.
Yeah.
But I grew from there. That next off season is where I got to 260.
Okay. Were you doing your own thing at that time? Were you coaching?
No, I did all my own programming.
Yeah.
But John did all my nutrition, and mainly I just didn't want to think about it.
Well, especially when you're prepping someone else, man. That's one less thing that to try and worry about. You got enough on your mind.
Yeah. I miss those days, but my role as coach and mentor is so much more fulfilling.
Right.
So.
When you get to that point, I don't know, maybe it's just like a learned thing, we kind of learn your potential, but like, I'm kind of starting to shift to that point too where I'm like, man, I really like the coaching and seeing that progression.
Yeah.
Almost as much as I kind of like seeing my own progression. You know what I mean? Like there's that.
Well, it's like especially when you go to shows and you win cards like you did, right? It's like,
right.
It's a high.
It is a super high, yeah, super high.
It's like I won 11 cards last year, and I was just like on a high from like April to December.
It literally was. It was like every week, like another card. It's like, awesome, Luke. But I like this 10th card. Like, we get it, dude. We got it.
We have a group chat on Slack. It's like all the coaches, and it's like, well, I feel like I have to lead by example,
No,
right?
sure.
But like,
for sure, it was.
Y'all
it was
probably
awesome.
got annoyed.
Not at all. It's like someone's doing good, right? It's good for everyone. Like, rising tide raises all ships. So.
Yeah. Play short without the roll. There. Yeah, that's the rep. Good. Yeah. Really good. Come on. God, that pec's fully engaged. Yeah, good. I'm with you. Stay focused. Don't let it come back. Come on. Stay. Yeah. Good. There. Now go. Stay in the rep. Partial. There. Yeah. Better?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, really good. Because like when you roll forward, right? It's like that pec creates tension around the rib cage.
Taking it away instantly.
You're taking tension away in the same position, and just however far you can get that without going there is where you want.
I didn't even recognize it.
Because like the value in this pattern is lengthened. You're not gonna get every portion of the range in one pattern.
Right.
So get your value here, get it as short as you can. Let's keep that shoulder safe. What handle do you use?
Well, I really like the primes, but whatever.
I'm fine with primes. I'm just asking.
Do they have prime?
They have this size.
Yeah, actually, let's try that, Luke. I want you to put me through what you put on your
Instagram.
Yeah.
Look at my Instagram.
Yeah.
Changes lives. If you haven't followed No Switch Fitness, although if you're here, you probably have, but at No Switch Fitness for daily story updates.
Because yeah, usually I'd work this in like a normal.
Yeah, but
wide
like,
grip bar.
you know, this actually, that application I posted might be your, right? Internal rotation, potential pain. Yeah. So for those of you that missed the story, I posted about how like wide grip pull downs can cause like anterior shoulder pain because of the internal rotation and vertical torso. A way that we can still get Terry's loading is to have that be slightly leaned back with big rib cage and a neutral grip handle, and allow those scaps to really stretch around the rib cage. So it would look something like this. So like if this is where your wide grip pull down was happening, you kind of get here and then let those scaps go as far forward as possible, and keeping the chest tall, then pull here. Now it does like bring a little bit of lower trap in, but who can't use more lower trap? And then inhale and let it go. No pain, right? And should
No.
be a lot of Terry's tension. Looks great. Tension here.
Not a ton.
Try letting those, go further.
Further down or further up?
Further up. There you go. Better?
Yeah.
More tension?
Yeah, a little more
That's
tension.
it. That's the top position for you. Because you had to get those scaps moving for this to happen. There you go. That's the rep. Feel the difference?
Yeah.
You know, actually funny. This might actually help you with your shoulder too.
I would say this feels a lot better on my shoulder.
That neutral grip's keeping you in a better position rotation-wise with the humerus. And you'll actually learn to get that scapula moving forward, which people with like pec minor tightness, serratus tightness, potentially issues in that anterior delt, a lot of it is like finding movements that you can get into that position.
Yeah.
The wide grip pull down doesn't allow you to do that because you're here.
Right.
And that neutral grip, it's a little bit more of a natural path for that scapula to protract and elevate. So that actually might be
That felt way
perfect.
smoother than any, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of why I like the primes, because I can kind of
You can
those
pronate,
handles.
you can semi-pronate, right? How's that feel?
It feels really good.
Yeah, sweet.
I don't feel as bound either. Sometimes I feel like I'm fighting my own shoulder.
Honestly, this will help with your posing too.
What?
Well, because like the more time you spend there and you get more comfortable with it, like can you imagine getting here now?
I can only dream about it.
Colton,
now.
Colton can't do this number in the off season.
Not even
too well.
close. I'm not guiding, I'm just feeling. Nice. Come on, bro. Yeah, good spot. Even like versus?
I mean, if it makes you feel good, then sure.
Well, no,
I haven't noticed any difference on a prime handle.
Gotcha.
That's really the only caveat here. Otherwise, I mean, you see I brought my straps. Like,
Yeah.
I am pro strap Versa for everything. It's just when you're using the prime handles,
Kind of, yeah, hard to.
it's hard to really feel like it gets a difference. And with Versas, they're so slick sometimes, I actually find it makes it harder. There you go. Yeah, great reps here. Good. Good. Great reps. Same rep. I'll help you if you need it. Come on, same rep. Still great work.
Yep. Yep.
Go.
Oh, okay.
My right right hand missed the. We got to hold hands there for a little bit.
Good, Luke. Come on, brother. Good.
Yeah, good spot.
When you do your routines, like posing routines, are you like a slow song guy, a fast song guy?
Oh man, this is what most people don't know about me. I used to love posing. I'm kind of like a slow build into like a rock song.
Okay.
I have some old posing routines still saved. I'll post some for you.
Yeah.
I'm really big into like motivational slow builds into a drop. Yeah. And I used to always one of my favorites was like into the beat drop, turn from a lat spread into like a most muscular.
Yeah.
Just because I used to be good at that transition. So it made me look good. But
look cool, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely more like a slow artistic start into something that builds.
And you like to you match your posing to the music, or do you
I do, yeah. I do. I'm not a fan, to be honest with you, with like the entire routine being slow. To me, I think it's like, I mean, expression is expression, but like, to me, it just seems a little too dancey.
Right. No, I was just curious, you know, I mean, you see guys that have like that, which like when you're training like heavy metal is like good, you know what I mean? And you come out and try and pose that, and I'm like,
You can't really do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not like training music. Good reps.
One more, Luke.
Oh, how are you?
Yep.
What's that?
I really do like that a lot better.
I feel less bound.
Yeah.
Which like some people get argumentative with that setup about like, well, isn't that defeating the point of vertical pulling? It's like, one, you're not like laying back and making it a row.
Right.
You're getting far enough back that allows you to get the scap and shoulder going further forward, which to me is like more lengthened teres loading, which is the goal of that one exercise, right? So whether it's here or here, it's like that's so minimal.
Right.
But if here I'm like pain and this is where I stop, but here I can go there, it's like that's a better route.
Well, plus like with the rib cage up, you know what I mean? Like if you were braced like this, I could definitely see.
Yeah. You don't want it like too expanded because then you'll limit your ability to do that. But you're just trying to, I cue that more so to keep people, thanks for pointing out I'm weak.
No, I was just.
I'm kidding. I do it more to try to keep people in a position that allows them to hold where their torso is.
Gotcha.
I'm not like actually trying to expand the ribcage more.
Okay.
Hidden like goals with cues sometimes. So Prime makes arguably some of the better equipment on the planet. However, bodybuilders live in flexion of the wrist, and those Prime handles bias quite a bit of flexion, and you can't use wraps with it. So if you're gonna use a Prime handle in the session, I do try to keep it to like one pattern a session. And we just used it on the last one, so plus I prefer D-handle here. We're gonna talk about Rain Man, this piece. This piece will get your brain working.
Horizontal.
Yeah, technically.
Right, so no, I'm just asking, like, is there really that big of a difference?
There are fibers that go both directions. I think if you were to bias time in one plane or the other, I'd spin more in vertical than I would in horizontal. That being said, you still need to train horizontal. So it might be one of those things where like, yeah, this is not the best substitution for horizontal pulling, potentially.
Right.
But it is still a great lat stimulus. I'm with you back here whenever you need it.
Come on.
Come on, take it. Still you. Another. So I'm just moving a higher percentage of loading here rather than dropping load.
Okay. You put 10 on this?
10 on here. Because now it'll drop off more as I pull.
Okay.
So each set I'll move more.
Okay, up.
Get that. Write it down. We're talking with him, like this piece, you have to adjust your hip position just a little bit. So it's good to have, like, rather than excessive lean, which again, lat creates tension around the rib cage, so we don't want to lean and compress. But to just rather, instead of starting your rep here,
no sir,
move this way, and that's where your start of your rep is, so that you don't have to lean too much.
Nice, Luke, come on. Yep.
Hope. Yeah. Good spot. If people set this up and progress sets through, like, changing the cam loading, this piece would, like, change lat development for people who struggle.
Okay. I
think, like, there's not many pieces made where you can get length and lat loading. That's why back can take so much volume.
Gotcha.
So, like, you have an opportunity to do that here. You should take it, any opportunity you get.
Good. Stay in it.
Spot.
Good.
It's like most back patterns are mid or shortened, right? So you'll see, like, if you write it all out for back line's always higher on the spectrum. Now there's more body parts to back, right?
Right.
Part of it's that too.
Gotcha.
Really the only other lengthened piece you get is a T-bar, chest support T-bar.
Gotcha, okay.
But that's not lat, that's
Overall.
trap, teres, rear delt.
And so, like, the next set, will you change the loading again, or you leave it?
Yeah, I'll move more. Yeah, that's the hip. Now go. Yeah, that's it. That's the position. I'm with you. Good reps. Same rep every time. Come on. Really have clients that had this piece. Right? So, like, people ask, why do we start with so much single arm lat pull down first? It's because with the loading, how it is, I would prefer to hit that fresh, because I'm gonna do lengthened work later in the session. I'm gonna do a pullover, I'm gonna do a chest supported T-bar row. So, like, let's get the single arm cable pull down or the single arm Nautilus pull down first, so that it's fresh.
Right. Nice, Luke. Up. Attaboy, come on.
Good spot. Love this piece.
Good, man. Looking strong. Locked in. That way, come on, Luke. Drive the elbow down. Yep.
Again.
Yep, take it, let's go. Drive it. Up. Yep, stay in it. Good.
Good spot. Worst part about this movement, getting the cuff set up. All right, here we go. Ooh, buddy. Wow, that'll light your butt up.
Not gonna lie, I didn't really know how to spot you on that one, so I was just letting you do your thing.
Yeah, you don't need a spot. You're gonna have to be a bit stricter here than me.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yep.
Pain?
No, not yet.
There,
I'm
go.
just gonna practice.
Yeah, you gotta stop it shorter than that. There. Yep. Pain?
No, that side's a good
There.
side.
I know, I'm just feeling your delt.
Okay. Is it okay if I go more like that?
Yeah, absolutely. There. Yeah, good. Go. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. 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 When you're about to give up, I'm gonna take tension off the last. Just tell me. Go. Go. Go.
I got 2.
Come on. Take it. Same rep. Don't change it.
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Thanks.
You want like the cable kind of like running through your arm.
Okay.
So like you had a couple reps where it was perfect, and then you had a couple reps where you went here,
Yeah.
and then it was crossing.
Okay. Rough. Oh. Nice, Luke.
Ah.
Nice, man. Good grinder.
So like hopefully over time, you're able to do Y raises through a bigger range as your shoulder gets better.
Gotcha.
That's where this movement's like both hypertrophy and functional, right? It's a great pattern. I love how this drops off
At the top.
because you can do that grinder.
Yeah, just keep going with
That's why I
it.
like it so late in the session. Yeah, good reps, man. Good, come on. Yep. Like small things, like the wide grip pull down change, and like that's how you fix injury profiles. Limit exposure to pain, and then develop the capacity to not have pain in deeper ranges over time.
Gotcha.
So it keeps the athlete productive now, using patterns they can train hard in, and then we gradate exposure into deeper ranges over time. So it's great.
No, that was good, man. That was really good.
We just wrap it here. Killer upper session. If you had like need for higher arm volume, you can stick some arm work at the back end of the session, but really like this for people like doing leg focused programming. It's a great way to structure an upper day to hit some landmarks. Colton's gonna be competing later this year.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
U. Supposed to be Team U.
Team U, yeah, so not too far. So super excited to cheer him on there. And honestly, like all the clients you're gonna have competing too, right? Like build off of the success of last year.
Of course.
And just gonna do that. So if you guys have any questions for myself or for Colton, make sure you drop them in the comments below. Like and subscribe and turn those notifications on because we'll be dropping a ton of content over the next few months. I'm paying Dylan more to do more videos, so you guys are getting more. You're welcome. And until next time, we'll see you on stage and in the gym.